Greetings, student support team. This is Mike, and alongside Jennifer, we are the counselors here at Workforce Development. We first would like to thank you for going over the Fantic applications with everyone, but we would like to point out some of the tricky parts to it that are easily skipped. All right, let's jump right to it. So, before anything, I think it's good to let people know to just hang tight as you go through the application. I used to work in the financial aid office, and I know how people like to just drop something off and fly out the door like they have to put out a fire. Please have them eat a snack, read a book, or catch a Pokemon on their cell phone as you review this for a few minutes. Please be sure that every single question is filled out as you go. And the first little thing to note is they should sign here, their applicant signature, and date here in the Memorandum of Understanding. All right, now on to the more tricky half of this whole process, the domicile determination form. All right, if someone claimed his or herself, then they should select 1 or 2 and then the corresponding box. If somebody else claimed them on the taxes, then they should select this. Column A should always be filled out completely, and column B only if somebody else claimed the student. All right, the first tricky question is number 3. If somebody says yes to armed forces, they should select answers. They should answer everything. If somebody says no, they can move on. The same is for 4 as well. So yes, they must finish everything. No, they can move on to other questions. That makes question 5 and 6 particularly unusual and tricky, and students very often will select no here and move on. However, we want them to answer both parts of it. Are you retired from the U.S. Forces, or are you discharged from the U.S. Armed Forces? For both of them, for 5 and for 6. All right. The next fun question is number 10. If somebody says no at the bottom here, have they been registered to vote in Virginia? We would like them to answer the next part. If they are registered in another state, they should select yes and list the state, or no. Even if they are a permanent resident, and we all know that they are not allowed to vote, we still want them to answer that question, which of course would be no. And then they would sign and date here, and the person who claimed them signs here. Please be sure when you turn in everything in Perceptive Client that it is readable in Perceptive Client. Oftentimes, if a student uses a light pen or a pencil, and even if they don't, it can be kind of blurry or is not visible. All right, now for the last part. Of course, thank you for diligently going over all of the checklist here. One little note, in the new version of the application, we will say we will not have W-2s listed. So please make sure they only have the tax return transcript. So all 3 words, tax return transcript. The tax return is not it. That's what we get when we file taxes. That's what we make right then and there. Also, what is not it is the tax account transcript. There is a frowny face for that. Usually this is just 1 or 2 pages. But what it is the tax return transcript. You get a big smiley for that. That would be all 3 of these words, and this is what they get from irs.gov. In this, you can see an exemption number and also an adjusted gross income, which is here. You don't have to worry about reviewing it or any of that. Jen and I do that. And of course, please be sure everything is scanned in as well. All right, so thank you again for all your hard work, and let us know if you have any questions. Please let the student know that they should then email us if there are any questions, or they should expect more emails if we need more documents from them. Of course, we are Nova Workforce at nvcc.edu. All right, thank you.